What's up, everybody? It's episode 21 of the Orlando Show podcast. We're here to talk about the fucking dumbass White House card. It's pretty stupid. It's kind of pandering to the dumb side of politics, if you know what I mean. But we're going to talk about it. First, what we're going to talk about is the fights they couldn't get. The fights that they 100% could not get on the White House. So, first of all, John Jones versus Poatan versus Alex Pereira. Now, that fight fell through probably because the UFC doesn't want to depend on John Jones's crackhead ass. Because they figure he's going to, hit a pregnant lady with his car before the fight. They can't put the White House card on John Jones. So that's why that fight just didn't freaking happen. So, also, Conor McGregor. They wanted Conor McGregor versus Nate Diaz on the White House. That didn't happen either because I don't think Conor's ready. And then they let Nate walk, and now Nate Diaz just signed a fight on Netflix, which we'll get into that in a second, against Mike Perry. And then I think the UFC wanted to do probably Ronda Rousey versus Miesha Tate. I think that's the fight they wanted, but it didn't happen. And now Ronda goes over to Netflix, and now she's talking mad shit about the UFC. She's talking shit about the fighter pay, about how Dana is as a promoter. So I think those are the fights that fell through for the UFC that they couldn't get, that they just didn't make it happen. And that's sad to see, That's really sad to see because the White House card was supposed to be the greatest card of all time, right? It's supposed to be the greatest card the UFC's ever put together, and it's really not that. It's a decent card, especially in today's MMA. It's a decent card, but I don't think it meets the star power that Dana was talking all this shit about, personally. So, yeah, those are the fights I think that fell through. I think they were trying to get Conor, Ronda Rousey, and John Jones on the same card. But I don't think the UFC wants to make their big stars bigger. I think the UFC's in a position right now where they want to keep everyone under the name of the UFC, who's currently in the UFC. So, let's get into the fights. So, first fight up, we have Diego Lopez versus Steve Garcia, which, decent fight. It's a good fight. Both stand-up guys, both guys that are going to go in there and swing their head off. Steve Garcia is a very nasty striker. Kind of reminds me of a young Tony Ferguson in a weird way. I do think Diego Lopez will get that done, though, personally. I think Diego Lopez is someone who just came off 2 fights with Volk. And, yeah, he lost, but he's still a top 5 fighter in the division. And I think him fighting a young gun like Steve Garcia, I think he'll beat him. I don't think he'll get finished by Steve Garcia. It's a good fight. Again, is it worthy of being on the White House card? No, it seems very last minute. Speaking of last minute, the next fight up would be Bo Nickel versus Kyle Dawkins. Now, who gives a shit about this fight? I'm sorry, but who cares? This is just a fight so Bo Nickel can drag Kyle Dawkins to the ground and choke him out, so everyone's like, oh, Bo Nickel's a top flight fighter, which he is. Bo Nickel's a national champion wrestler. He's a great fighter, but I think him versus Kyle Dawkins is something they just threw together. They wanted Bo Nickel, obviously, on the card. Yeah, I don't like that matchup very much. I think Bo's going to run through him. So, up next is Mauricio Rufy versus Michael Chandler. Now, this is going to be a murder, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if you know Rufy, but Rufy hit a spinning back kick on Bobby Green in his last fight and damn near knocked that guy dead. So, yeah, that's a crazy one, man. Rufy's going to do terrible things to Michael Chandler. Rufy is going to... He is going to beat the shit out of poor Michael Chandler. And Michael Chandler's a good fighter. He's a quality fighter, but I do think athletically he's not really there compared to the rest of the roster right now. Maybe it's because he's older. But I just don't think he's a top flight fighter right now. Rufy's going to do some crazy shit to him. He's going to flying knee him or spinning back kick or something nasty. Michael Chandler's going to get beat up very bad in that fight. Up next is Sean O'Malley versus Zahabi, who is Faraz Zahabi's brother. I forget his first name, I do forget his first name, actually. I know he's Faraz Zahabi's brother, GSP's old coach, but I don't know. Zahabi's very tough. He's a tough fighter, very technical on the feet. I think that's a tough fight for Sugar. I do think Sean O'Malley gets that done, though. I think Sugar is good enough to kind of float around him. Here's the thing. If Sean O'Malley could beat Song Yadong straight up, right? If Sean O'Malley can beat Song Yadong, a top featherweight or top bantamweight right now in the UFC, I think Sugar will do fine against Zahabi. I think he'll get the dub by decision. I don't think. Maybe Zahabi goes out there and hurts Sugar, but I don't think so. I think Sean O'Malley will get that done. That's a dub for O'Malley, I would say. Now, we're getting into the co-main. Alex Pereira versus Cyril Gane. Let me tell you guys, this fight goes two ways. One of two ways. Either Poatan knocks him out cold at some point, right? Either Poatan hits Cyril Gane with a left hand and puts him to sleep, or it's the most boring kickboxing fight you've ever seen in your fucking life. I think that's a bad matchup in terms of like being entertaining, because both Cyril Gane and Poatan, Alex Pereira, are such good kickboxers, world-class kickboxers, that honestly, I don't think they're going to be able to touch each other. I think everything they're going to throw at each other, they're going to parry it. I think it's going to be a boring fight. I think they're both such good kickboxers. They're such good kickboxers that you have to respect them. And each of them have to respect each other's like skills. So I'll go either Poatan by decision or Poatan by like second round knockout. But I have a weird feeling this fight's going to be super not entertaining. And it sucks because Tom Aspinall is fucking blind in the wings. Tom Aspinall sitting here with one eyeball. Like, I wish I could get this matchup. Like, and then John Jones has arthritis on his hips. So the UFC's like, we're not putting that money into that matchup right now either. So this is like I feel like this White House card is like put together with duct tape. Does that make sense? I feel like they definitely duct taped the shit out of this White House card. But whatever. It is what it is. You know what I mean? It is what it is. So then, let's get into the main event, baby. Ilia Topuria versus Justin the Highlight Gaethje. Now, I know what you're all thinking. I know you're all thinking that Ilia Topuria is going to go out there and fucking knock out Justin Gaethje in the first 3 punches. It could happen. Ilia at this point is literally probably the scariest prospect we've ever seen in MMA. Or champion. I mean, he's a legend killer, right? He's knocked out Max. He's knocked out Oliveira. He's knocked out Volkanovski. Like, he's got a murderer's row of heads on his pike, you know what I mean? Like, he's really taken out some high-level guys. But this fight, don't be fooled, dude. This fight is Rocky IV. This fight is a unstoppable foreigner in Ilia, unstoppable, much like the Russian guy in Rocky IV, much like the Russian Drago. He's unstoppable. We've never seen anybody do this to people, right? To Volkanovski, to Max, to Oliveira. We've never seen anybody do this. But god damn it, Justin Gaethje's fucking Rocky Balboa going in there, dude. Justin Gaethje, it's like Rocky IV, where they're like, you can't win, Rocky. He's stronger than you. He's faster than you. He's better than you. What do you have? Fucking Justin Gaethje has heart, baby. I think Justin Gaethje might get it done in round 3. Because here's the thing, too. In those fights with Volkanovski, Max, and Oliveira, we've never seen Ilia in a firefight. Right? We've never seen Ilia in a fight where it is nasty, where both guys are bleeding. It's a dog fight. We've never seen Ilia like get hurt in a big fight. And Justin, that's what he's been doing, right? Like even in the Paddy Pimblett fight, Justin Gaethje was coming at him like a dog on a bone, dude. He was just like hitting Paddy with the most disrespectful punches, the most disrespectful punches, just winging them, no defense. So hopefully Justin could be a little more technical against Ilia, but man, I think if Justin makes it a dog fight, and if Justin can cut Ilia, if Justin Gaethje can get a little bit of respect from Ilia Topuria, I think this is going to be a banger of a fight. It might go 3 rounds, it might go 5 rounds, it might go 1 round. Obviously, the easy money is on Ilia sleeping Justin, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think it's going to be a slobber knocker. I think it's going to be the fight of the year. I think these two guys bring the pain, they bring entertainment, and they're also tough guys to put away. Both, like, Justin's not an easy guy to knock out. So, you know, I think it'll be a better fight than people think it'll be. My American heart says Justin Gaethje. Obviously, if you're betting with your pocketbook, I would go Ilya. But underdog money on Justin Gaethje, though, that's a good bet. I would throw some money on that. But yeah, those are my predictions. What I think about the BMF fight, the recent Charles Oliveira versus Max Holloway. Max, you got to get up, dude. I know it's boring. I know it's grappling. Everyone hates grappling. I get it. But Max Holloway's got to get up from the ground. That's just MMA. Is that if you can't stop takedowns, the guy's going to take you down. And that's just basic MMA, right? That's the most basic MMA. If you can't stop a takedown, the guy's going to take you down immediately. So that fight might have fucking killed the BMF. They might need Conor to do coke and come out and do the BMF fight. I don't know, but fighting is what it is. Yeah, I'll do another kind of update on this card as it gets closer, do kind of closer predictions, but these are my way too far away predictions. So everyone, I hope you blacked out for St. Paddy's Day. Peace, motherfuckers.